Newcastle County Court of Common Pleas. The
Common.
court's hours are 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. We are located at 500 North King Street, Wilmington, Delaware, 19801. If you would like to pay a fine or get information about an upcoming criminal case, please press 1. For information regarding a civil case, please press 2. If you need information about bail, please press 3. If you would like to file for a continuance, please press 4. For information regarding an active capias, please press 5. For directions to the courthouse, press 6. For all other questions, press 7. To repeat these options, press. For quality assurance, your call may be monitored. Thank you for calling the Customer Service Division. All representatives are currently assisting other customers. Please remain on the line and your call will be answered in the order it was received. You will hear silence until the next announcement.
So
Thank you for your patience.
everyone there makes time,
1 minute.
makes money, passing time, passing doft, tone, down the line, prefacing patients as if they were the makers of fit, fideism, in time for competition. You're prefacing that
We
you.
apologize for the delay. All representatives are still assisting other callers. Please remain on the line and your call will be answered in the order it was received.
So there's prefacing that they have the grace to make because they're thanking you for your patience. That's presuming they are the makers, the wearers of it. I'm saying you're unfit. You're unfit in your own recognizance. Your assumption that you're polite and have something to contribute and nice and therefore
We apologize for the delay.
can
All
advocate
representatives are still assisting.
that someone should behave is also made up. It's made dupe.
You will hear silence until the next announcement.
You've never made an honest gave, you've never made an honest grave, and yet you raise the awareness of the dead, the DEAD, that you made hyphenated to mend and amend, to call on everything that's gone before you. They've laid down their life for you. That's not legitimate. They laid down your life through you. So you can't raise the dead to
We apologize for the delay.
a present value
Are still assisting.
that you don't lend and you don't know how to.
Be answered in the order it was received. You will hear silence until the next announcement.
Yes, I'll hear the value of silence that you left Toffit to bew and bust Toffit.
We apologize for the delay.
You're really going to need to bring your court to my timetable, is what it's coming down to. At the very least, I can select that you take away my license and then I figure out how to get it back. Great. That way we don't tax my car to drive 16 hours to turn myself in. 2-time thief end. And I don't do it again for a C-RT thief end. Okay, so there's that cost too. Also going into summer when I work 24/7 basically. So
Please remain on the line and your call will be
this is not timing for when I actually bring money in. Now you're penalizing me for just being, and then for just being down the line, I can't be present to my own means. You're misaligning me, mispacing and misplacing so that I mark and remark and identify malfeasantly with no one among you present capably to BLEAD.
We apologize for the delay.
For me, forum. It's the plural of forum is fora. Take it outside. That's what it is. That's what I'm doing. Court is here. It's anywhere I am. It's anywhere I stand. Here, there. Bring your H. Hand doff. DOFF. Take an item of clothing off. May I suggest your hat? Your H at. So that looks like a possible whatever. We will suspend your license in the home state. Great, because I can't really justify going there and coming back and going there and coming back for you to keep changing your hat. So let's just get back down to you're going to suspend my license, and that is that, and I'm going to tour and market on you, and leave you 2 by 2. Rich wrote and Sharon wrote because that's what you desire through. Like I said, why aren't you doing your own work? Because you can't think of doing it, because you don't want to do it, because you want someone else to do it while you remain glossy-eyed in your virtue you wouldn't have. You didn't do your own work. I brought you the time. You misidentified. You cast one on me. In all I've put forth,
We apologize for the delay.
in all I've put forth, you hyphenated shit tone on me. What's wrong with honestly meeting? You want me to do this work, and yet you don't want to meet. It's because in your core you're a shirk and jerk with the company you keep paid to speak for your means to seek.
We apologize for the delay. All representatives are still assisting other callers. Please remain on the line and your call will be answered in the order it was received. You will hear silence until the next announcement. We apologize for the delay. All representatives are still assisting other callers. Please remain on the line and your call will be answered in the order it was received. You will hear silence until the next announcement. apologize for the delay. All representatives are still assisting other callers. Please remain on the line and your call will be answered in the order it was received. You will hear silence until the next announcement. We apologize for the delay. All representatives are still assisting other callers. Please remain on the line and your call will be answered in the order it was received. You will hear silence until the next announcement. We apologize for the delay. All representatives are still assisting other callers. Please remain on the line and your call will be answered in the order it was received. You will hear silence until the next announcement. We apologize for the delay. All representatives are still assisting other callers. Please remain on the line and your call will be answered in the order it was received. You will hear silence until the next announcement. We apologize for the delay. All representatives are still assisting other callers. Please remain on the line and your call will be answered in the order it was received. You will hear silence until the next announcement. We apologize for the delay. All representatives are still assisting other callers. Please remain on the line and your call will be answered in the order it was received. You will hear silence until the next announcement.
You might want to put this on pause. I didn't realize I've got 15 minutes of video going nowhere.
Next announcement.
So he says, I apologize for the delay. Well, that's because you are the belay. In rock climbing, belay is how you go down the face of a rock cliff with your rope. He's the delay because he's the belay because you went fishing, and now I have to wait in your provision to assay and stay. So it's a farce, and it's forcing.
We apologize for the delay.
FORCE hyphen S-C-E-N-E. Forcing, 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 forcing. There's no relevance to be made to B-E-A-M-A-I-D and to being M-E-A-I-D, where me ID is a void of zero innocence and reflection as an ID.
We apologize for the delay.
That the competitive marketplace can't manufacture today. The competitive marketplace relies on not manufacturing innocence. Therefore, they can pack a gun and point it as reason. Well, you need to defer to my brain, because I get paid to pack this gun and not reason, because the person that's paying you to pack a gun didn't part time with you even. They parted time with you thief-end. They gave you a G-hyphenated E-D.
Please, how can I help you?
Hi, who am I speaking with?
Tamika.
Tamika. My name's Angela Cook. How are you?
Hi.
Good. Hey, I need to get some information.
Okay.
I spoke with the police department. Apparently, I have a notice of a warrant for my arrest, and
Okay.
I received a call from Officer Carr, K-A-U-R. She said she was going to do a thorough investigation, and I suggest she should investigate the person that called, which is Rich Roat, R-A-T, R-O-A-T of
Okay, I don't know what, I need to know what you're calling. So you're saying that you have a habeas?
Well, habeas, that word I do not understand.
A habeas is the warrant.
Yes, I have a warrant, and
Okay, what is your last name?
Cook, C-O-O-K,
And your first name is?
Angela.
Okay, and your date of birth?
It is, you didn't hear that,
Okay.
it's a girl thing.
And what warrant is your court supposed to be out
I'm
of?
timeless. What court is my court supposed to be out of?
No, what court is your warrant supposed to be out of? We have Superior Court, Court of Common Pleas, Family Court, JP Court.
I was told common pleas.
Okay, and who told you that it was the Court of Common Pleas?
Detective Smith, the Judge Horn, who they say both.
Judge who? I'm sorry?
Horn, H-O-R-N, who I'm.
We don't have a Judge Horn.
Well, then he made something up for me. Detective Smith at the police department said that Judge Horn had conceived the right for him to pass this warrant of paperwork for my arrest. None of it actually followed.
Okay, so, all right, well, what is this warrant supposed to be for?
Because Rich Road.
You owe money?
No, I don't.
Okay.
If anything, it's the other way around. I bought a product from House Industries, and it's not honest to the sound.
No, you don't have anything here with the Court of Common Pleas.
So, I don't understand what I'm supposed to do with your paperwork if you can't find it.
What paperwork? We didn't send you any paperwork.
Well, somebody sent me some paperwork saying they have a notice for my warrant for my arrest. I called the phone number listed, which is for the Newcastle County Police Department, and then they told me to call the Newcastle County Court of Common Pleas.
But they didn't tell you what the warrant was for. Is that what you're saying?
Well, you know, the warrant itself doesn't say what it's for. It's just saying that they are going to arrest me, but I don't live in Delaware, and it says that I need to turn myself in, but that is a 16-hour road trip, and
Okay, so what's the warrant number?
the complaint number is 32-15-0.
Hold on. Wait a minute. You said 32.
Yep. dash 15
Mhm.
dash 09
Mhm.
6077.
Hold on.
What are you teaching people that have no hope, who are living on your last T rope you sold them with no follow through? Is you one, give up with your cancer.
Okay, you don't need to call us. You need to contact JP Court 2.
Okay, what number is that?
302-395-8154.
Okay, 302-395-8154.
Yes.
What does JP mean?
Justice of the Peace.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Bye. So what you're doing to me is, because you went fishing for no reason and you sitting in the law-st, including Detective Smith-h, Smith, colloquially, is you're passing off. You get to be the main drivers. You don't get to point, you don't get the finger pointed at you because you're positioning yourself to point it away. And I am hit with, if I now don't go fishing on your lame estate by your leg of grace, that you would only dismay the mate and the meat, actually. They can't repeat and replete on your insolence that you seeked. That SN is no name money. You seeked and sneaked, hyphenated. Then it's saying that my license will be suspended. So you get to drive with same amens, fictionally, derived, and keep to casting it for reward. Someday will come through. No, someday you can't come through because you're stupid. 2 by 2, and your desire wants to stay that way too because it really works for you. Now, you're making shit up on me, and one of the things you're going to cause me is to have my driver's license suspended because you went fishing and you sit in position to point the finger rather than be pointed at. So you are an accomplice, and in being an accomplice with no accountability, you think you passed the fat hat of conviction of you behaved, you had the capacity to behave, you have the capacity to be polite and pass on that straight trait, and you don't actually. It's saying for my first conviction of a traffic offense of driving without my license is a minimum of $100 fine, 30 days of imprisonment, and a driver's license reinstatement fee for being present in time and being able to engineer that paradigm so I recoup my time. Not unlike the parallax of your malfeasance is doing the same thing with your tin and your hinge all hyphenated. You never meant to be even. Your law is not built on providing affordable living among the living, who can reason as desire what is necessary, not desire malfeasantly that because you sit and make shit up, you can feel for what you have made up. And call that real, is R-E-E-L. It's real doft, for foreseen, more real doft, to steal. I mean, S-T-E hyphen A-L-L hyphen D. Steal and stall. And seal. Seal in this artificial container that your competition is necessary for my completion. Your thievery is not necessary for my completion. So those are the promiscuous things that I can be charged with now. I don't get to drive, and if I do drive, $100, 30 days in prison. Now, the average person who does not have the brains, the desire, or the will to follow through, do you not think that they would give up? Why try to? That is your message you are handing out. When I get to jump through all you jackasses that have a name but no honest spout in your mouth to date, that is what you are handing out. You're handing out C-answer. Cancer. You are a disease. You exist to B-light. Blight. By being OS-N-O-B-S. Seen. Snob, knob, obscene. BS. Seen. Hyphenated. Knob is another name for a rich person. Snob and knob. There's no zero among you. And you're not a hero because you have money to give to, even if it's charitably, because you're fucking making up the need for charity. To get agreed that you're so virtuous in your giving. Without honestly living. What else? Can we keep going on this? You need me to clean your house and your fucking organization, and you're not paying me for it. You're taxing me for being present, Judge Horn and Chief of Police Bond, and I appreciate it if you buck up. Okay? It would be a timely gesture, guest you are. On Rich wrote forcing this measure because he can't speak from his own throat, apparently. Because the rich do not honestly have expression. Smit and handoff. Smit and handoff. Detective Smit handoff. Smit and mitt. Smit and myth. What else? Okay, well, let's try this other phone number. Detective Smith and Myth sent me to the wrong court. Good job, detective, with your sport. and your core. Good job paying to the details of your own fucking job, BS site, that you project on my time so that I can bring trig and rig height. Hi, I'm not hearing you very well. I didn't get your name.
This is Corporal Connor. How can I help you?
Corporal Connor, Connor?
Yes.
Okay, my name's Angela Cook. How are you?
Good. How can I help you?
I understand I called the JP Court. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, you're trying to reach Justice of the Peace Court?
Yes. Is this the JP Court?
No, it is not. This is the county police headquarters. Which court were you trying to reach?
JP Court. The person at the Common Pleas Court gave me this number for the JP Court.
Okay, no, this is the wrong number. You're looking for Justice of the Peace.
Apparently, I was told by Detective Smith I was looking for the Court of Common Pleas, but they said I needed the JP Court, and they gave me this number, which is going back to you. So you're asking me what I want, and I'm telling you what I'm told, but it's not going anywhere.
Okay, so what I was trying to say is we have multiple courts that are Justice of the Peace. The most common one is Court 11. I can give you their phone number.
Okay, and again, what is this number that I just called?
This is the Public Information Center for the Newcastle County Police Department.
Okay, Public Information Center, Newcastle County Police. Okay, so this number is for Court 11. All right, I am ready for the phone number.
Sure, it's 323.
Okay.
4450.
4450. So 323-4450. That would be a 302 area code?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye. Great. I think these jackasses would know if anyone turned themselves in. Fuck. I turned myself in. Come and get me. Bring your in. Bring your own in. Jesus. Like I said, it's compartmentalized dysfunction.
Thank you for calling Justice of the Peace Court.
That's how it
Calls may be
thrives.
monitored or recorded for quality assurance purposes. If you know your party's 4-digit extension number, you may dial it at any time.
If I
Your
know.
call is important to us.
Of course it's important to us.
While you're waiting, please consider one of the following options, which may answer your question.
I can pick potatoes.
Transferring your ticket to court.
I can plant potatoes.
Press 1.
I can eat potatoes.
Options, press 2.
I can milk the cow.
Points on your driver's license, press 3.
I can make ice cream.
Please visit our website.
I can invite you over for lemonade.
.gov/JP Court. All the callers, please remain on the line to speak with the next available operator.
Operator. Thank you. No, thank you.
Wait a moment.
Please remain on the line, and your call will be answered in the order
I
it was
answered.
received.
Everybody answered. Hello? Oh, I can't hear you very well.
Can I help you?
Yes, who am I speaking with?
My name is Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer. I have been trying to find out who I'm supposed to speak to. I have a warrant for my arrest, and I talked to the Newcastle Police Department, who did not do an investigation on the person who called this in. However, I'm not in Delaware, so I was seeking to talk to someone about the court that I'm supposed to go turn myself into, but it's a 16-hour road trip. So is there someone that can transition a semblance of being present and advocating for this misdirection. I am advocating that Rich Road, the person who called in this, needs to be investigated. When I was called by Officer Carr, she said she would do a thorough investigation. That, in my estimation, didn't happen.
Have you contacted Officer Carr?
I haven't, but I have called the police department, and they gave me Detective Smith, who is the one who passed this on. And then he said that I need to call the New County Court of Common Pleas, which I did. And then they said that I needed to call the JP Court, which I did, but they gave me the number for the Public Information Center of Newcastle Police Department. And then they said that I should call Court 11, which is where I am now. Hold on. We're going to go look it up. Hi, who am I speaking with?
You're speaking with Diego Monte. Sorry, that didn't mean to come off so sarcastic.
Diego?
Yes.
What was sarcastic about that? Did I forget? Did I?
No, it was just the way I put it. But how can I help you?
Oh, okay. I don't really. I'm trying. You know what? I want to be in a good mood and I want to laugh with you, but I don't understand. Is it a funny accent?
Oh, no.
It's because you're talking to me?
No. Who am I speaking with?
You're speaking to Angela Cook.
Oh, okay. How can I help you?
Well, I was curious about why you were apologizing about something that I'm missing.
Oh, no. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so, no, I didn't mean to, when I introduced myself, I didn't mean to, repeat your questions in sarcastic sound, but that's all I'm
But I'm questioning because it doesn't sound sarcastic. It sounds like levity, and so I'm trying to be in on the good humor.
Yeah, that was my bad moment.
But I don't perceive it as a bad moment. I'm just trying to have you kind of hey, can you define the page so I can get on it and then we can go forward? Because you're passing kind of just you're throwing question marks all over the place, and it makes me ask why, Diego.
Okay. Would you like to speak with another representative?
Would I like to speak with? I just spoke with Jennifer, and I explained my spiel already, which afforded me to speak to you to not get around to explaining my spiel, which was okay because I am of good humor, but I can't find what you're trying to be humorous about. You're not lending it. And now you want to know if I want to speak to someone else so I could start my whole spiel again. Where did Jennifer go?
Jennifer's in the VAC, so really she's probably a call center.
So she basically bumped me because she can't answer my question?
Right, yeah, so that's what I recommend. So I can help you out with your question.
But then you just asked me if I want to speak to someone else.
Yeah, because you seem a little, I didn't want to offend you in any way, of course. So I wasn't sure if you felt comfortable talking to me about your situation.
What situation is that?
I'm not sure. You called us.
Oh my gosh, there is a big vacuous backstory, isn't there? So, okay, Diego, here we go. Are you aware of my email I sent to many people in your department?
Mine just popped up on my screen, but I can take a look.
No, it was more than a few days ago. But let me go ahead. You don't have to answer me directly. Detective Smith did acknowledge that he did receive it as part of his thorough investigation, which I don't believe is thorough because I've not finished my own, and mine is leading the prow, the front of the ship. So, anyway, you all have made a move to believe Rich wrote that I have harassed him, and for that, by being present, the police department has sent me a notice of warrant for my arrest. From what I can read on that, I need to travel 16 hours back to Delaware and turn myself in so that I can travel 16 hours for a court date. I'm suggesting that my car is modest, and putting that kind of mileage on it is going to send it to an earlier grave than I would like. So what I want to know, because I don't believe in your court, I don't believe in your capacity, Diego, even though I don't mind if you want to humor me with anything. I don't mind because I like to be of good humor. However, I don't like to be stalked, and in your position, you're an accomplice. What I want to know, because this notice of warrant for my arrest tells me a couple of things, apparently, without cause of actually causing an honest parent among any of ye. What I want to know is, it says here that the police can immediately arrest me. It says that when I'm located, I'll be taken into full police custody regardless of any inconvenience this may cause me. It says that my driving privileges will be suspended. The minimum fine is $100 or 30 days of, it doesn't say or, it has a comma, so I assume that's and 30 days of imprisonment, plus a driver's license reinstatement fee. Any problem the police have in locating me will be conveyed to the court at the time of your bond hearing. And if you reside out of the state of Delaware, your license will be suspended in your home state. If you have any questions, call the warrant office, for which I did, and that led me to Sally, Corporal Camille Detective Smith, who passed this off through, he told me, Judge Horn. But he sent me to the Newcastle Court of Common Pleas, where they say they do not have a George Horn, and they could not find my complaint registered by the police department. So then they sent me to said Justice of the Peace Court with a phone number, which was not the Justice of the Peace Court. It was the Public Information Center for the Newcastle County PD, who sent me to ask me if I wanted Court 11, and I'm like, I don't know. You asked me to call, and all I get is ditch and deserted. Okay, so I'm here calling Court 11, spoke with Jennifer, explained this once, then you got on the phone, she handed the phone to you, and you asked me if I want to speak to someone else. I want to know, what of this do I need to legitimately pay attention to when I feel it's fraudulently surmised and passed on your end? What sort of bargain can I, first of all, is anyone there that can inform me? Or I'm not trying to be a pain in your side, but I don't want your chit for no reason to keep following me.
I understand completely. Okay, well, I understand completely.
Completely. That's a pretty big word in my estimation.
Because honestly, I cannot provide the answer that you're asking for.
Can anyone?
So I'll actually give you my supervisor, who would just talk to you right now. Okay.
Beautiful. What's your supervisor's name? Supervisor's gone missing for the moment. I'm going to just draw a little arrow. Then we went over here. I'm going to put the dot where I started. This is my list of people I talked to. We got to draw that little arrow to the supervisor. Great. Supervisor. Hello. I think you're aware we're being broadcast. So anytime you want to pick up would be super savvy. Desert. Deserted. Its present state. Face to face. CEG. Race. Your grace.
Ma'am, thanks for holding. I'm Melissa, the supervisor. How can I help
Hi, Elizabeth. How are you?
you? Good.
My name's Angela Cook, and I have theoretically a notice of warrant for my arrest for visiting Delaware and from what I understand, I need to go present myself in person, and I'm saying that's a hardship. It's a 16-hour drive.
Okay. Ms. Cook, what's your date of birth?
My date of birth is 9/20.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like an officer, if I'm reading it correctly, is the one that did the warrant, unfortunately. Do you know what the warrant was for? It wasn't for visiting Delaware.
They say it's for harassment. I'm saying the harassment's made up, and that I feel the person that called to place the blame of harassment needs to be investigated. There's no I do videos online and I live broadcast, and I'm doing that right now. And after I visited Delaware, I did a whole plume of videos. So if anyone wanted to do their homework and investigate, I don't have a motive to continue where I'm going to be jacked off on. Okay? It's not the value that I provide, it's not the value I seek clearly in mind. So I need to speak to someone, if that is possible, so that we could get an understanding that a notice of harassment, a warrant for my arrest, and where I need to keep showing up in Delaware is not needed.
Okay, unfortunately at this point it's not in the court's hands, Ms. Cook. You would actually have to contact them. They probably have given you Newcastle County Police's phone number, correct?
Yes, I've already contacted them and they gave me your number.
I'm not sure why they would give you our number, because we don't do anything until you're arrested. And once you're arrested, if you're arrested, besides the officer coming in and swearing the warrant out in front of the judge, and it wasn't a judge here at our court, but once they do that, then you turn yourself into Newcastle County Police. Then we would process the paperwork, and you might likely see a judge here. But unfortunately, at this point, there's not much.
So tell me this then. Okay, so I'm not in Delaware. I'm in Maine.
Okay.
So if I don't turn myself in, your police are going to come to Maine?
Honestly, ma'am, no.
I didn't think so either.
No, they will not come to Maine to pick you up.
Yes.
Ma'am. What could happen is, if you are, say you're speeding or anything, and you're out in Maine, and you're pulled over, they're going to see that you're wanted in the state of Delaware. And what they could do at that point is then issue a warrant for you from a fugitive from another state. And then you could be extradited back to Delaware.
Well, honestly, with this paperwork and the inconvenience, because I'd be happy to send you a link so you can see how I wasted my time contorted today because of compartmentalized dysfunction in your own organization that has sent me to several different numbers and people to talk to, that you're basically you're making the crime a necessity in your own time.
I didn't make it a crime, Ms. Cook. Unfortunately, the police did. The Newcastle County Police.
Thank you. I do appreciate that, Ben, that the police made it a crime, as you say. What I need to understand is, so I'm looking at logistics. It's going to cost me to go back and forth to Delaware. It's going to cost.
Keep in mind, Ms. Cook, if that happens, say you do all that, you come and turn yourself in, and you lose wages or anything like that, and the case could be dismissed, you could then sue the person in Delaware in civil court for any lost wages. You can't do that. Keep in mind, that's something that's your right, you can do.
So I'd have to go back to wet Delaware to take more time off.
I think you'd have to do it in Delaware. I honestly do. That don't work for you.
No, you see, you don't understand. I don't make enough money to afford myself the grace to take beautiful time off, much less for vacation. Then it costs money to sue. and
unfortunately, Ms. Cook, I'm giving you all your avenues of what you can do.
Well, but you know what? I'm talking realistically. I'm not a thief getting my money. So when someone places a lien on me malfeasantly, and be it the police department is the criminal in this case, in that they passed it on, and you said
no, they felt it was reasonable to put the warrant on you.
Yes, but you yourself said they were the criminal that passed it on, so I'm just repeating what you said.
Okay. The only thing I can, and I'm sorry, I know you can't afford it, but unfortunately, your only other option is basically, and I hate to say you'd hire an attorney because you're saying you don't have money, but again, you'd have to turn yourself into the state of Delaware.
To turn myself in.
You
So
have to turn yourself into Newcastle County Police Department.
now, let me see, what else? So then basically my only out is to never get pulled over when I'm driving my car.
That's your choice. But unfortunately, the warrant will remain active until it's taken care of.
So that's my choice. That's an interesting choice of words.
I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you to not speed. I can't tell you to do anything. You're an adult.
Well, that whole litany is an interesting expose as well, that what you're adding onto the choice. But so what I want to know, and maybe you're not the right people to ask then, if I reside outside of the state of Delaware, my license will be, how does that happen? How does my license get suspended in my home state?
Delaware can notify your home state to suspend your driver's license.
So you're saying could, but not will. So there's
Could. Doesn't mean they will. They could.
Interesting. Okay. Do you know if there is a Judge Horn?
Yes, but not in our court.
Which court is he in?
I believe he's the downstate judge.
Downstate?
Of court 2, yeah.
Downstate of court 2. Now, do you have that phone number?
I do. Give me one moment. Hold on 1 second for me.
When you don't bring real width, and then you make an opinion on knit, and then you start parsing sliced doft, knit and addict and edict, you're not really
Ma'am.
Yes?
It's 302.
302
645
645
6163.
6163. 302 645 6163.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You're rep posing and re-opposing in the same container, doft to toft. You're making hyphenated shit tough. Why? Because you're not the time, you can't see the time, you don't dine inward. You never go in your own reflection. When you look out, it's all thieves, and it all looks conceivable to believe that you have provided graciously. It's not reality, it's REEL. In time, tooth the cell and tell. If there was a saint among us, oh, it be you, praise you, I swelled. Well, you know, I don't mind driving the speed limit. I'm actually, in my own time, for 2 reasons when I drive. I don't need to compete because I am my time. And I value that. And I can value that. So I don't need to drive like a maniac to compete on other people. When other people compete on me, in the sense, you know, someone cuts you off, what's really awesome is Minnow is driving shotgun. And he likes to be petted. And so someone cuts me off, well, you know, I could cut them off back or something, but the fact of the matter is Minnow is riding shotgun and I'm driving for Minnow. So I don't see a reason to follow through except that I want to make contact with Judge Horn and listen to his spiel for passing this song and dong on to. (302-645-6163). Hey Debbie, is Judge Horn available to speak with?
Judge Horn is not here today.
Oh, when is he in?
That I don't know. Who's calling?
My name is Angela Cook, Debbie.
Angela Coop?
Cook, C-O-O-K.
Hold on. Yeah, Angela, I have no idea when he's going to be here.
Well, what does that mean in terms of a range? He doesn't come to work ever. He's just on the docket to make money, and poof, he jumps in and he disappears.
You're out of line saying things like that, ma'am. I just don't have his schedule. I don't know when he's going to be here.
I don't have the line in front of me, so...
You don't have the what?
The line. When you say I'm out of line, I don't have the line in front of me. I don't know. That's why I'm asking. When you're saying something as...
Yeah, I have no idea when he's going to be here. I don't have his schedule in front of me.
Okay, but he comes in every few days.
Did you say, I'm sorry, what did you say?
Does he come in every few days, or is it every week, or every month? I don't have a judge's schedule either.
Hold on a minute.
Why is this a difficult question? And why am I being assailed for not knowing the work you do? Oh, am I out of line with the work you do, Ethan, too? Am I out of line with the work you do, Ethan, too? The only truth about that is it should be seen for what you do.
Ma'am?
Yes.
Just to let you know, the judges work on all the different courts, so there's no set, like, I don't know when he's coming here.
Okay.
If you have something going on, you can put it in writing.
Yes, I would like to put it in writing. Do you have his
Why
email?
don't you put it in writing?
Does he have an email?
No, but I can give you, we have a fax machine or we have a generic email that I can print it, and then when I do see it, I can make sure he gets it.
Okay, sure. I'll put his
You
name.
want to do that?
Sure, I'll put his name in the subject. What's his first name?
Okay. It's Judge Horn.
Okay, just Judge Horn. Okay. So I'll put that in the
email?
Yes, please. Thank you.
You're welcome. It is JP Port
Okay.
02
02
at state.de.us.
State.de.us. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And when it comes in, we'll make sure he gets it the next time we see him.
Okay.
Okay.
And what's your name?
My name's Debbie.
Debbie. Thanks a lot. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Debbie.
You're welcome. Have a good afternoon.
You too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I'm out of line. No. Back that up a little bit. Back that up a little bit. You are walking on B-itch-D territory, telling me I'm out of line. Because you never provided the time to dine. Now, I'm not here to rub that in, unless you need it, even. Bend. So I have two emails here. I found one. Let's see if I find where I put it. I've got one for the police chief, and I'm making a CC to the JP Court 02 at state.be.us. So I have, let's put that in carbon copy, theoretical carbon copy, CC. I suppose it's carbon even though it's not made of carbon. You are. That's my guess. Just like hydrogen, if you're not speaking, you are inspiring and exhaling when you're reading. And what you desire to do with it, Rich wrote, is obvious now. Okay? Oh my God. Seriously. Okay. Judge Horn. Today's date is obvious. So let's put this over here for a minute, and I'm going to put this on pause. So I turned off my video. I'm going to turn it on again because I want that on video. I don't travel, rarely, because there's nowhere for me to go. And when I went to Delaware, I thought I could travel. T-R-A-V-E-L. Leaving. So, show, how. I had something to offer in person. I was reflecting off of you hiding your face, thinking that, well, okay, I'm buying into this. I'm biting into this. And by T, B-I, that's 2, T. I'm biting into this, and I don't see any merit in it. So, like I said, that's where it's going. I'm not going back to readdress your past. You stand for thief end. That's your perpetual lend. You can't go ahead and you can't produce value. In reality, you can't do it on your own. You're not an honest zero. You do not pack the throne. Who are you going to face that off anyway? You married D-R-O-N-E-D. And she would have you B-E-A-D. Debt to means. This is not my fault. Neither one of you were ever one-on-one. That's why you can't be to even do on. It's not my fault. And I'm not putting up with your shim-sham anymore, particularly when it stands only to outright blight me. By being present as my right, I should be seen as the value standing on the land anywhere I want to be. And your business, -T, is actually not a value in reality. You're squatting with thieves. So we're looking at the worst that can happen. I possibly could have my license suspended. Great. I don't really have a need to speed. How do I feel about something like, I don't know, bullshit hanging over me? Should I get pulled over? What am I supposed to say? Your bullshit's any different with the doft you send next to me? To assay and stay? Is there any difference? You don't make tear weight. And when you parse on opinion, you never brought love, Toft, and you're getting spayed and paid by Toft to stand doft. You're parsing infraction doft, reflection. You're not saying anything meaningful. You do not care to, you didn't bring to, you didn't think to. Putting this on pause again. Write that fucking email. Doing it again for the video. Turn myself in. Did you want to rephrase that into turn myself in? Because I am in. And I am without even. I can't be in and without fefend. And cause my dismissal as if I never began to begin, even. So much for your God. Your God is doft. Just lose a few brain cells and then you'll be well off. That's how you keep your equanimity. Boop. I can't remember. I don't know. And I never cared. Ha. But I'll just act as if I really do care with emotions of conviction that don't mean anything that I can square and query here. Isn't that how it works? DJ canned, shirk and jerked. I'm going to be sending you an email, Judge Horn. I know this delights you. I hope you don't get toffed on it. I'm not sending it to you to get toffed for no reason that you brought to my lot. I know you've been tracking. I'm still giving you gratuitous links to videos, and some of them are still uploading. I'm giving you the page that shows all the videos and the relative time frame, although some of those the order got out of line because some of them wouldn't upload. So some of them are out of order even on the page that shows them all. They're showing the same inclination. I'm not the harasser. I am not the thief. Presenting a false image is to your R-E-E-L hyphen L to reel the ill and lie the hyphen FT relieved. You're stepping into my framework and fretwork without real meaning or intention. And I produced a parallax where that can be seen. Whether it's ever paid to be believed, as your man's time frame is, for no reason, you would heave and never conceive. The very least that the parallax provides a depth of perception. So let's keep that in mind. Even someone in the ether is thinking and can project that thought onto someone else if they want to be brought with real health and wealth. That would HEALLTH. With that, real health and wealth would also be the HEALLT. It would halt. What the fuck are you saying, you jackass? What the fuck are you saying, Debbie Nelson, that I'm so out of line? You're not in time to provide. An honest nail to realign. What else? Okay, so that's our fun and games. I'm gonna work on this. I'm gonna put it on pause again. Start my video. I don't see the need to type this out. It feels utterly redundant. Do your fucking homework right in front of your fucking nose. Be aware as your seg, your ego, goes, it grows. Should have for a respect for a judge at any given time. That is a crime. Is it Sally or Debbie? Debbie, don't stand for that lie. You're not the time. This is what I do in the office. I see paper, I don't think, and I move it around. I am instructed to put it in this slot, and then I'm instructed to put this stamp and amp on it, and then I'm instructed to speak up, because in all that I do, I'm not really relating 2 by 2, nor am I thinking 2, and when push comes to shove, ho is of, you don't care to, is what that amounts to. You don't care to. honestly, I really hate polished protocol. It's very important for me to put this paper in the slot just as it is aesthetically to make sure when the Christ is hung on the cross, we get a perfect 90 degrees because these details are important to me. Your eye for detail is hyphenated, skewed, and screwed. 2. So this is all I'm sending. It's not very grand, but I don't really fucking feel like I need to make a grand gesture. I'm going to Police Chief and the JP Court, Judge Horn. We'll add off being spayed and the dead head. I don't know, let's see. We'll just leave it simple. That's simple for me. So sending that, you want to see it? I want to send it. Here we go. See the little arrow. Bye-bye. I'm looking for it in my sent. Why? Because I'm making a copy of it for the website. Alright, that's pretty simple. So no, I'm not turning myself in at Delaware. And you can do whatever you want. 2. When it gets back to me, I will report on it again to you. That you were too. Okay. In the end, my time stands. It may seem an insignificant grain of stand and sand, but you have nowhere to go. To honestly sold and doled, much less presently dole and soul, right here, right now. You can't do right now because you can't afford an honest dime with your name attached to it at any given time. So let's just stop malfeasance of your protection is really to cover your ass hyphen set, the hyphen hinge in, that you would always have to protect your malfeasant assets and be seen in to do it. Anything else? I didn't do a workout yesterday. I have a workout to do today. And as far as I'm concerned, I got this off my plate and I can concentrate on something else, which does not involve your wealth and health. You're expressing dissatisfaction with family and friends. You weren't the lend. So be dissatisfied with yourself and stop making me an enemy to your own T-rend. Tend and rend. T-R-en-D. Stop doing that. And merry, happy would be. Stop doing that. It's not my fault that you are stub-born doffed. And you only care to return to being stub-born doffed. It's not my fault. I did not approach you to steal your face. I approached you because I believed in your face. But I don't believe in your inherent trait that manifests something in great. In great ed. In great. I'm not interested in your ingrate. ingrate, an ungrateful person. Ungrateful literary origin. I'm not grateful. Are you not grateful? Have I not done enough for you to think of someone else, even through? At the very least, I do this for myself. But you rigged it that I would need a NAD to be heard. So I found one and towed it along. Now I'm at the point where I understand D, I deserved. And that's my ID. And I can continue now independently because no one apparently wants me. Formally. For AM, for FORAM, form and forum, EA, me, each, ally, and all ye. And the I, both looking in and looking out of the framework and fretwork. Artistically speaking, the positive content is equal to the negative shape that surrounds it. You will find in my self-portrait, I have an empty space next to me, and that is also defining my time to be zero in my own capacity. Kaput, the head to tail, leave end. Leaven, Leavend, put parentheses around that E, and you have Leve, that is survey. Leve, love, Eve. Le, language engineering. Le, love, E, every yet thing. So those are definition renditions of Eve Even's anatomical language. I've defined every letter anatomically. And I have robustly taught every step of the way. For my own lot. And it's not to passe doft, to keep passe doft to stay. It's definitely not that. And it's not to squeal. You're so out of line because you passe doft when you're living in real time. It's not for that either. Straight and narrow. Watch the row that comes right out of your ass so you can eat your seat at the table. S-E-A-T. Ta, thanks, Abel. Straight and narrow. One row, an arrow, narrow arrow. You think the content out of my mind is coming out of my ass. Because I've given time over time over time. I think as a paradigm to contribute. Even to. That is my nature. I don't know what else you want from me. You can't have my value unless you are it. That is the design of my framework. And should we arc it, should we come together, and you are not it, well then you get to leave without looking like it, justly. I make the time, I am the time, I take the time back, and all the value with it. So now I'm understanding the dynamic for you to F-EA-R-D-. justly too. You're not providing real value, and to meet me is for me to to see that and take my value back and then leave you buck ass naked with no true rep past. You have no rep. Oh, guess what? You get to stand on your own like me, like the stag stage you thought you were, but only when you lack integrity. I'm the stag, I'm the tag, and I'm the stage with awareness at hand, in residence, even. I'm putting myself on the line, straight and narrow arrow, pulling my own shit out of my ass and casting it one step at a time forward. Cast one, cast the next one. Same leg, same H. You want me to style it differently? It's still going to be the same H. No dots on it. By my mistake. I guess I will only exist to self-congratulate. Thank you for being present to date, Angela. I'm stopping the video, hour 33